Okay, so today's video is going to be about why someone from Massachusetts, decided to go to Penn State, and more specifically Penn State Altoona, and I want to give a rough idea and overview as to why I made my choice. We are outside, it is snowing. It's currently snowing a lot in Pennsylvania at the moment, and it will be snowing here a lot in Massachusetts for the next day or two, and some more next weekend. It's currently February 1st. Happy February, everyone. But yeah, let's hop right into the video. So you might be wondering, dude, why did you come to Penn State? Why didn't you stick around in Massachusetts? Well, I kind of made a video on my own personal YouTube a couple months ago explaining why I made my choice. But for those of you that don't know, Massachusetts has really one school that lots of people go to, and it's UMass, University of Massachusetts. University of Massachusetts is Pennsylvania's Penn State. And long story short, I ended up getting denied. I applied to what would be Maine for Penn State. I ended up applying to UMass Amherst, and I ended up getting denied. And the only other school I applied to was Boston University. Both schools are very difficult to get into. However, I did not expect to get denied to UMass and accepted to Penn State, because Penn State is also very difficult to get into. However, it is what it is. I ended up deciding to go to Altoona for 2 years and complete the 2+2 program simply because out-of-state tuition is extremely expensive. If you want to know the numbers, I'm sure you guys can all search it up and figure out how much I'd have to pay. However, Altoona is practically cutting that price tag in about a third to almost a half. And that is genuinely the main reason why I chose Altoona. Now, there's many other reasons why I chose Altoona. I chose Altoona simply because, one, transferring from high school to college and going from, 25, 30 kid classes to about 20 to 40 kid classes at Altoona was a good transfer for my first year. It was a good change. I got accustomed to it. I got comfortable really quick, and Altoona is not in a very city-like ambience like I'm used to, so I thought it'd be a good change. I live in the suburban parts outside of Boston, and being able to go to Altoona was a good getaway. It was a good getaway, and it was a very nice experience, and I enjoy it very, very much. I love the mountains, the hills, the forest. I practically live in a big forest. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's construction going on down the street. However, it's very similar to Altoona, and I love Altoona simply because of how excluded you are from everything around you. You're only 30 minutes away from State College. You're not too far away from Pittsburgh. You're not too far away from Philly if you really wanted to make the drive. I know that you're around other major cities as well that are in the area, and it's not that bad of a place to go to. Now, if you're wondering about the education, I feel like the education is on par with Maine, University Park campus. And you might be wondering, but dude, it's not the same thing. It's a smaller campus. It's not the same ambience. It's different teachers. Well, to give you an idea, it's not any different. If anything, I feel like it's a lot more challenging because the teachers have that one-on-one experience with the kids, us, the students, which make it a much more personable and important experience for the student, and a little more challenging to an extent because your teacher knows your name. Your teacher knows your work ethic by the end of the first month. The teacher knows you as a student by the end of your first month. So it's not like you're in a class of 100 kids. You're in a class of 20 peers, 30 peers that are all in the same boat as you. And that makes the education, in my opinion, a lot more important and a better experience. Not saying that Maine campus, University Park campus is not the same as Altoona. I'm just saying that Altoona is a better transference from high school to college because you get that one-on-one experience you've had your whole high school career. And it's not like they're holding your hands, but you can reach out to them and you can expect them to reach back out to you within 24 hours and help you in a very personable, important, one-on-one, in-depth level. And it's just a whole different experience. Now, you might be wondering as well, okay, well, why did you choose to apply to Penn State in general? Well, I chose Penn State because of the fact that there's no other school like it. And when I say that, I mean it in a way that, well, Penn State has the largest alumni network of over 700,000 living alumni in the world. If you were to go to a workplace, let's say I were to apply for an office job with my business management degree at my local TJX, local regional corporation manager office, whatever, and TJX, they own Home Goods, Marshalls, HomeSense, those brands, Sierra, those brands of retail places, right? And there's almost a 100% chance that at that office there will be someone else with a Penn State degree. That is how close and tight-knit of a community Penn State has in the world in terms of having a future job opportunity and finding someone that is a Penn State alum, just like I will be one day. And that opportunity of future work and future business opportunities that I wish to pursue is what drawed me the most to Penn State, because UMass has amazing education, and so does BU, and so does many other schools. If you're going to a college, you hope that you are getting a good education, right? Well, Penn State gives you that good education and a method and opportunity and future chances for you to use that education to better yourself as an adult, as a young adult, as someone pursuing a certain career. And I know that this is all coming from a freshman with one semester of experience in college, but take it with a grain of salt when I say that Penn State is an amazing school to get your education from, and especially Penn State Altoona if you're looking for an in-person, personable experience with your professor. Whether there's COVID or not going on, I can hop on Zoom right now and go on a Zoom call with one of my professors if I wanted to and just have a chat with them. It's that personable, and it's so essential for me as a student to have that experience with my professor. And I enjoy it extremely. And I know that many other kids, especially if you're out of state, looking for a way to save money, not too far away from University Park campus, and to have that experience with your professor to get your money's worth out of school, Penn State Altoona is the way to go. And this is coming from someone from Massachusetts with only a semester of experience of college. But I'm telling you right now, look into it, tour the campus, and just get a feel for it, because it's definitely worth it. And I love every moment and second of it, and it's worth every penny as of right now.